Right now on Denver 7 News at 7 o'clock on Local 3, fire danger remains high across the Front Range today. Crews working on 3 fires right now. Hope the rain and snow on the way will help them.
Gas prices are creeping up even before the unofficial start of summer. Experts are warning everything from your morning commute to your summer vacation may be more expensive.
And the Avs are inching closer to lifting Lord Stanley's Cup. Game 2 against the Blues is tonight, but Ball Arena is still rocking from that overtime goal. Yeah, this morning we're hearing from the hero of the night, Josh Manson, about his first ever playoff goal. He was mic'd up for it all. What a moment. But now they got to get right back to work tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Sanders.
I think that's why his reaction was subdued. It's like he knows that was one moment. And all that matters now is what's next. Right. Yes. Our Weather Action Day coverage starts today. It's going to be warm and dry with high fire danger, but Lisa is tracking change, some much needed moisture coming.
Yeah, we might all be internally screaming a little bit right now when we to talk about the chance for snow Friday night into Saturday. It is a Denver 7 Weather Action Day. Today is going to be warm and windy, so high fire danger, then followed by a chance of snow. Today, though, you're going to find low 80s as early as 12 o'clock there by lunchtime, and then we're going to be in the upper 80s, close to 90 later today. The winds will kick up. We're going to hit highs near 90 here in town, mid to upper 70s in the foothills, 60s and 70s for the mountains. Wind speeds have so far been pretty calm. You're going to find out of the west kicking up gusts between about 40 and 50 miles per hour this afternoon, and it will get windier here by lunchtime. So today we have red flag warnings, fire weather warnings covering most of the state. That's going to be replaced by winter weather alerts and a winter storm watch for the metro area. We'll take a look at how much snow we're expecting here Friday into early Saturday and just how cold it's going to get.
And it's going to be some winter driving conditions Friday night into early Saturday morning. Right now we have a pretty heavy drive in some certain areas around town. Get back to that in just a second. Had a call out for a semi with some hot brakes, and it's always a little bit worrisome. Take a look from the camera over there. This is that eastbound side of I-70 right at Colfax. The driver did get to pull over, so they're trying to cool it off right now, and good news is that he's out of traffic, and those brakes sometimes can catch fire, and then you have a semi on fire, and that's never good. We do have a heavy drive up to the north side of town. Very typical stuff for you in most of those areas. No problems on 225, but that heavy traffic is in place going down here to the Denver Tech Center. But no other big issues for us down here out to the west side of town.
Well, as the fire danger ramps back up today, we are closely monitoring 3 fires burning across our state right now. Hopefully the cold and moisture on the way will help crews battling these. The Plumtop fire burning near Pagosa Springs is still 0% contained. It started Tuesday and is now up to 735 acres.
Meanwhile, in Teller County, crews are battling the High Park fire near Cripple Creek. It is 1,600 acres. Crews are making progress, fortunately, though, and say it's 87% contained. The newest fire is near the Great Sand Dunes National Park. It's 306 acres and 80% contained right now. Entrance to the park was closed for several hours. It has since reopened.
Denver 7's Veronica Acosta reports there is a new state law meant to better prepare our communities to respond and rebound from fires.
Hundreds of people lost their homes in the Marshall Fire, and they're still struggling to rebuild. The purpose of these measures is to try and avoid that struggle as much as possible for others. Senate Bill 206 would help out with just this, and it would help on both sides of a disaster. It creates a special department within the governor's office to come up with and coordinate a preparedness plan for natural disasters. It also creates a fund to rebuild homes, businesses, or buildings for other groups that were lost to fires or other natural disasters as well. Now, grants and loans will be available, but the rebuilding has to be stronger and greener than before. Here's the bill's sponsor, Steve Fenberg of Boulder, after it was introduced.
If they do want to rebuild, and we want to make it so that they can stay in their community if they'd like to, we also want to make sure they're rebuilding in a way that's climate smart, so that if and when another disaster like this happens, that they're actually building in a more resilient way.
Here's what the funds in this program will be able to be used for. Pay part of the cost to repair or rebuild a homeowner's home not fully covered by insurance. Rebuild neighborhoods planned to resist the impacts of natural disasters. Provide money to a business experiencing a loss or interruption of business because of needed repair as well. So the bill was officially signed into law yesterday on Tuesday, and as part of that bill, the state treasurer does have to send over funds to the program for about $15 million. In Lakewood, I'm Veronica Acosta, Denver 7.
Thank you, Veronica. Well, the Grizzly Creek fire didn't affect homes as much as it did a popular Colorado destination. The aftermath of the fire and the mudslides closed access to Hanging Lake in Glenwood Canyon for almost 2 years. We've learned the iconic landmark will reopen next month, a little sooner than expected, though. The Forest Service gave us new videos and pictures of a temporary trail that will open June 25th. Work on restoring a permanent trail will begin later in the summer. Reservations for Hanging Lake go on sale Monday.
We're just a little over a week away from Memorial Day weekend, and already gas prices are starting to reflect the kickoff to summer travel season. The AAA national average is up to $4.59 a gallon. Colorado is at $4.14 a gallon, a new record. Denver 7's Jessica Crawford is burning up some gas on I-25 this morning. Jessica, experts say we're on track to break $5 a gallon not far from now.
That's right. Everybody making their morning commutes this morning, even the people at home, they say to prepare for $5 gas this summer. It's certainly something that we could be seeing. And in fact, in certain parts of the Denver metro, I've already seen gas around that price. And this more expensive gas is really adding up. Families on average will pay more than $5,000 for gas this year. That's compared to $2,800 last year. Gas Buddy says prices are not expected to come down anytime soon.
I'm afraid that, by and large, the high prices will probably stick around for a good majority of the summer. My concern is that hurricane season starts in a little over 2 weeks. And that could also cause some shutdowns in refining capacity at a time we can ill afford it.
So what can you do to keep some money in your pockets? Well, Gas Buddy says that the way you drive plays a huge role. So making sure that you're not accelerating too fast, even that can save quite a bit on your fuel economy. Another thing is making sure that you're using those loyalty programs like the ones you see in grocery stores or on your credit cards. That can help you save some money as well, and every cent adds up these days. Live in Denver, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
Yeah, I saved 60 cents a gallon at King Supers the other week. More than 53,000 Coloradans drive electric vehicles, and if high gas prices have you thinking of buying one, the state is offering some help. There's a free webinar today to talk about driving quality, financial incentives, and charging stations. The webinar will be live on the website driveelectriccolorado.org. It starts at 7:30 p.m. Our own chief meteorologist and electric vehicle driver Mike Nelson will be answering your questions. Today's a big day for the space program. This afternoon, NASA and Boeing will launch their reusable Starliner space capsule into space. It's sitting on top of an Atlas V rocket, which was built by Centennial-based United Launch Alliance. This is the Starliner's second uncrewed mission to the International Space Station. The first one ended up in the wrong orbit. Oops. But if everything goes well today, Starliner will carry astronauts later this year.
Sort of shakedown cruise without people on board. And so we have great telemetry. We have cargo on board. We're going to be sort of putting the life support systems through its paces, the control systems through its paces, the docking system, all of our rendezvous sensors and things like that.
Yeah, the launch is set for 4:54 p.m. our time.
Two of the most popular NFL teams in the country will team up this summer. The Broncos and the Cowboys will get together for 2 days of practice during training camp at Dove Valley. So mark your calendar for August 10th and 11th. The practices will be free and open to the public, so fans will be packed in there. And then the teams will open the preseason schedule Saturday, August 13th at Empower Field. Meanwhile, the Avs are back on the ice at Ball Arena tonight for Game 2 against the Blues. Fans, I'm sure, still celebrating the overtime win from Game 1 with a spectacular goal from Josh Manson. And this morning, we're hearing his mic'd up reaction to the game-winning moment. Yeah, flick of the wrist into the back of the net. Manson had never scored a playoff goal in his career, and what a time to notch his first.
It was a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. You know, it feels good to get that with your team. You know, that's the best part about playoffs is it's a team effort, and you get to win with your team.
Obviously, his tone there very different from the scream right after the puck went into the net. The game begins at 7:30 tonight. Game 2 at Ball Arena. Hopefully the crowd will be just as loud.
Oh, they will. You know it. Wall Street hoping for a rebound today. We're monitoring where your 401k is heading before the opening bell. Plus,
he had me over his shoulder and he was yelling, "Officer down, officer down." And thinking about that even right now, I still get goosebumps because it was hard for me to believe that I was the officer down.
Incredible bravery here. She stopped the Lakewood shooter from taking more lives back in December. We are sitting down with the heroic police officer as she gets ready to head back to work.